A lot of people want to know how to tie a sash, so I thought today I'd give a demonstration on different methods of tying different kinds of sashes, and I've got Claire here to demonstrate on. First of all, we'll just take an ordinary sash, I think, and just think about different ways to tie that. So pure silk sash, they're usually about 90 inches long or 230 centimetres, and they can be any width. And we're just going to choose quite a narrow one first of all, and we're just going to show first of all an easy way to tie it. So you fold your sash, one side just slightly shorter than the other, or the bit on top.
Yep.
And then you're going to concertina it at the top. So you're just going to concertina it, just concertina it like that.
So you're just folding it.
Yes. And then you place that over the right shoulder. Now this is interesting in itself because if you are a colonel-in-chief, the wife of a colonel-in-chief, you would always put your sash on the left shoulder. But if you're just an ordinary person, the right shoulder. So the way to remember is right to be right. And then if you know you're on a left-hand side, that's fine. Now I always take a nappy pin, nice safe nappy pin, rather than anything else, and you put that underneath your garment and stick it through the material. It does take a bit of time, and of course you've got the nappy pin, and you put it through like that, and just anchor it down. So there's it like that. And then you take the bottom piece, which is the longest piece, and pin it at the hip. Now you just need a little tiny safety pin for this bit, and you cross it over and you pin it at the hip, just making sure you've left a little bit of room so that when you start to reel it doesn't get too tight. Now I always like to have a little bit peeping at the front as well, so this one is hanging down. Now Claire's quite tall, so you can see the sash. She could almost do with a slightly longer sash, but if you want to just turn around, Claire, and just let's see. And then you have a little bit showing at the front, and then this bit. Now what I do here is, you want to put on there a nice brooch. And again, you can be quite traditional, or you can be quite zany if you want to be zany. But we'll put a traditional one on here, and I like to pin the brooch on separately so that you don't damage the brooch, because if you're trying to put the brooch through the whole lot of clothes, it can be quite tight. So you put a nice brooch on, or I've got another one here, which is quite a modern one, a really beautiful one here, which is lovely as well. So you can put a different one on. So that's the Victorian way.
Okay.
So the garment shows at the front.
Okay.
Now,